Okay, so hi everybody. Welcome to the Quantum Alignment Show. My name is Tracy and I am a level 4 human design specialist, and I'm very happy today here to share with you about human design. And today we are going to explore type and strategy. Type and strategy are the most discussed topic in human design, and to me it is one of the most important topic in human design. Here we always say that if you want to live the highest expression of your design, follow your strategy. So today I'm going to talk about what is strategy, how to follow your strategy, and why it is important for you to follow your strategy. So to begin with, I want to do a little bit of introduction about what is human design. I look at human design as a map that shows you who you are before everybody else tells you who you ought to be, how you should behave, what you should do in life. It has wisdoms that come from different bodies of knowledge, including astrology, I Ching, Kabbalah, Hindu chakra, quantum physics, and genetics. When you learn about your human design, you will have a better understanding of your needs and wants, why you need what you need. You will learn more about how you learn, your learning style, how you interact with others and with the world. It helps you to understand what is moving you forward, what is motivating you, or why you got distracted from who you are and where you want to go. It points out your inner conundrum or why you are right now standing at a crossroad. It gives you the big picture of your life purpose and your life challenges, or some people will refer challenges as karma that you are here to master. So with a human design chart, there are many things that you can explore, like your profile, your incarnation cross, etc. And today we are going to focus on type and strategy. When you learn about your type, you will be able to learn more about what you're here to bring, how you interact with the world, and with strategy. Strategy means when to act. So with strategy, you learn about the timing, your timing to take action. So strategy will give you insights on when is the best time for you to take action. There are different types in human design, and there are the manifestor, the generator and manifesting generator, the projector, and the reflector. So let's begin with the projector. Projector makes up about 20% of the population. Projectors are here to guide and manage others, and they are gifted with wisdom, which allows them to be the guide for others. They always experience a deep sense of success when they see others bettering their skill or bettering their life with their guidance. And the strategy for the projector is to wait for invitation. So it means that the best time for a projector to take action is when they receive an invitation together with appreciation and recognition. Usually when a projector learns that the time for them to take action is when they receive an invitation, they will either feel relieved because now they have reasons on why they don't need to do what everybody is doing, or they feel worried, thinking, so what if invitation doesn't come? So how do you follow your strategy? The first thing I would suggest a projector to do is not to just sit and wait, and do nothing, because nothing will come if you have nothing inside you to be invited for. Work on your self-appreciation and self-recognition to the degree that you're there to claim your mastery, to be the authority to guide others. And another thing that I would suggest a projector to do is to get clarity of what you want. Because when you are clear about what you want, it will help the universe to bring you the right invitation. And knowing what you want also helps you. So when invitation comes, you will know whether you should take it or leave it. So why is it important for projectors to follow strategy? Because when they are not following their strategy, oftentimes you will see what a projector will do is they try to push the insight and guidance into the world, and they invest a lot of time and energy to get recognition, and they don't wait to share the insights. And then they get bitter when others do not listen to them, or they feel that they don't get anything in return for the efforts that they have put into. So projector, remember, follow your strategy. And when you follow your strategy, focus on 2 questions when you get an invitation. First, do you really feel appreciated and recognized? And if you're not, leave it. And also, maybe you have to dig in and to see what is it that you have to work on. Maybe it's your self-worth, or your self-value, or your self-love, or maybe you need more time to polish your ability to guide others. The second question is it a real invitation? Because most of the time, projector would confuse invitation with statements of appreciation. The difference between them is that invitations comes with actions. You will see real actions taken by the other parties and not just words of appreciation. Manifestor make up 8% of the population, and they are here to make an impact. Manifestors are gifted with an inner creative flow. They experience a sense of peace when they are left alone, undisturbed, creating whatever is in their flow. The strategy for the manifestor is to inform, and it means that the best time for a manifestor to take action is when they inform other people first. It's not easy, right? Just inform and then take action. But if you are a manifestor, you don't like it because A, your life experience tells you that if you inform, people will stop you from doing what you want. And B, you don't like informing. You would just rather be left alone, and you don't want anybody to bother you, and you don't really want to tell the world what you are about to do. So how do you follow strategy be a manifestor? What I would suggest a manifestor to do is, even though you don't like it, try it. Because informing actually helps you express your inner creative flow. When manifestors are in the flow, they want to be undisturbed, because once the flow is disturbed, it is very hard for them to get it back. And the informing actually helps the manifestor increases the chance of no disturb. Also, when you start informing, what manifestors actually find is that not really many people will stop you from doing what you want. And this is what exactly my client told me. She has spent so much time worrying that people would come and stop her from doing what she wants. And then when she informed, everybody's okay. Nobody comes in the way. Another thing that I would suggest a manifestor to do is, after you inform, start noticing how you impact others. Manifestors are powerful human beings, and that power comes with their inner creative flow. If manifestors are not able to express their inner creative flow, what happens is that you see a manifestor who has shut down. And by noticing how you impact others will give you the sense of power that will then help a manifestor to realign with the power they have inside. When manifestors are not following the strategy, usually what people see is they see a manifestor spending time responding to what happened to them, or they ask permission instead of informing. In either cases, this is a manifestor who has shut down its power, and to me it's really sad to see a powerful being being shut down. Really sad to see a manifestor who has lost their power. Sometimes I will see a manifestor who are in their flow, but at the expense of the connections that they could have with others. And this is what I call the sneaky manifestor. They do what they want and they don't care anybody else. And in this case, what I see is even though the manifestor can do what she wants, but the impact that he could have on others are minimized. So, manifestor, remember to inform and do it with confidence. And remember that you need to inform because you have a big impact on others. And the informing actually helps you cultivate better relationships with others, cultivate an environment for you to bring your impact to the world in a positive way, and to have the peace that you want when you are in your flow. And remember, it is not informing to get permission. It is not informing with submission or to inform in a rebellious way. Generator and manifesting generator, they make up 17% of the population. Manifesting generator and generator are here to master whatever they are doing. They are gifted with a sacral sound, and that sacral sound acts as a guide and guide them to where they need to go or who they need to meet to further deepen their mastery. Generator and manifesting generator experience deep sense of satisfaction when they master the right work. The strategy for the generator is to wait to respond. So it means that the best time for the generator to take action is when things show up in their outer reality, and then they take action by the response to what show up. The strategy for the manifesting generator is to wait to respond and then inform. So it means that the best time for the manifesting generator to take action is after the response. They have to inform before they take any action. When the generator and the manifesting generator learn that they have to respond before they can take action, the most question that I hear is, how could I get anything if I don't plan ahead of the time? And what is the sacral sound? I don't hear it. So how do you follow strategies, generator and manifesting generator? What I would suggest generator and manifesting generator to do is start doing what you love, because when I hear that question that how could I get anything if I don't plan ahead of the time, that comes from the mouth of a generator or a manifesting generator, what I usually see is that they have a lifelong history of doing what they don't like, and they are doing what they are doing right now because they think that if they do it, then they will have what they want. So think about it. If you are really doing what you love, you don't really spend a lot of time planning ahead, because you will spend time doing what you love, and you already have what you want by doing what you love, and you will also be more at ease at the guidance from the universe to guide you to where you need to go or who you need to meet to further deepen your mastery. Another thing that I would suggest the generator and the manifesting generator to do is to start noticing how you dance with the universe, and of course get in touch with your sacral sound. When the generator and the manifesting generator are not following their strategy, oftentimes I see is that a generator or a manifesting generator who gets stuck in a work that they don't like, and they don't have any satisfaction from that work, and they spend a lot of time and energy planning, manifesting from their mind, instead of using their body as a guidance on where they need to go or who they need to meet, so as to find that delicious right work that they are looking forward to. So generator and manifesting generator start responding instead of planning, and start listening to your sacral sound. Your sacral sound has two ways. It says uh-huh to indicate yes when something delicious comes up, and to indicate no when something not so good comes up. Reflector. Reflectors make up 1% of the population, and they are here to reflect the health of the community. Reflectors are gifted with openness. It is in their openness that they can experience a deep sense of surprise when they see others fulfilling their highest potential. The strategy for the reflector is to wait for 28 days. So it means that the best time for the reflector to take action is at least after 28 days. It is difficult, especially if a reflector is living in a city. But if a reflector do not follow the strategy, what usually happens is you will see a reflector making decision in haste or under pressure, and then they will regret having made the decisions, or they will spend a lot of time and energy wondering if they had made the right decisions. And that feeling of indecisiveness and insecurity is very hard to go away. So even though it sounds impossible, I will still strongly suggest the reflector to wait that long before they take, especially before they take major life decisions. And when they are in that 28 days, spend time taking looks of how others are affecting your decisions, your feelings, and your thoughts. Also, take looks of how the moon and even how the planetary energy affects you. I strongly suggest a reflector to get a human design reading and even learn about human design yourself or any other astrology, so as to understand how you got affected by the celestial weather. Another thing that I would also suggest a reflector to do is to start cultivating a deep understanding that thoughts and feelings come and go, and start practicing an attachment. So reflector, don't make any major life decisions and wait for at least 28 days. Also, start practicing being in the right place, because you're so open, and being in the right place will help you to feel good and also help you to meet the right people. And the second thing is to learn about your design, especially how the moon activates your human design, like what you see in this particular reflector. You can see that when moon goes into different gates, different energy center got activated. So when you look to the left, the moon goes into gate 34. That reflector got extra cycle energy and direction in that day. In the middle, the moon goes into the gate 26. and reflector will get extra will energy on that day. And when the moon goes into the gate 21 on the right, the reflector gets the channel to the float that allows this reflector to speak in a leadership way on that day. So knowing this will help the reflector to schedule their day to their advantage. So I hope you have a better understanding of what is strategy, how do you follow your strategy, and why it is so important for you to follow your strategy. To me, no matter which type you are, I believe there are something that we all want in common. Everybody wants to experience prosperity, love, abundance, peace, fulfilling relationships, have a sense of purpose in life. But in the process of creating what we want, most of us are left frustrated, angry, bitter, or disappointed, mostly because we take action at the wrong time. And the second thing I believe is what happened is because we spend so much time creating what we don't really want. And remember, there are a lot of good modalities of creations and manifestation too out there, but none of it will work if you are someone who doesn't know yourself, who have lost yourself, or who are disconnected from the truth of who you are. So I hope now you find out human design, you get to be you. So I'm wondering if you have any question.
We did have a question, Tracy.
Yes.
Jean says, worried about the words no inner authority on my chart.
Okay, so Jean, what is your type? No, are you a reflector or a projector?
Okay, and then we have, while she's responding to the chat, we have some people that have their hands up, so I'm going to promote them to the panelists real quick. This is Roz.
Hi, Roz. Oh, Jean, okay. I will get back to you, Jean. Hi, Roz.
Hi. I didn't know I was going live. So I have a question. In the strategy of the generator, you've got the
Yes.
But then I have a friend I'm working with. She's a manifesting generator, but then she has the solar plexus emotional, which says to ride the wave. So how do you put those two together so they don't feel contradictory?
So your friend have a defined solar plexus. If some people have a defined solar plexus, it means that they have an emotional wave inside their body. So when they follow the strategy, remember that they have to listen to that sacral sound throughout the whole emotional wave. So for example, let's say your friend gets an opportunity to get into a job, and her sacral sound say yes, to that job on Monday. But because your friend is an emotional manifesting generator, so don't take action yet. Wait. Let's say your friend has an emotional wave over maybe 3 days. So throughout that 3 days, she has to listen to that sacral sound again. So maybe on Tuesday, she has to listen to that sacral sound again to make sure that the answer stays the same. So if the answer, the sacral sound stays the same throughout the whole emotional wave, then she can inform and then take action and get the job. Is that clear, Ross?
Yes. So now the wave, you said it was perhaps 3 days. So each person has their own length of the wave, and she has to determine what hers is?
Yes, everyone has a different length of time, but it's not determined by ourselves. She has to test it out. I would suggest her doing an exercise, a very simple exercise to find out that time period. So what she can do is every day when she get up, the first thing that she do is to write down a number to indicate her emotion, like on a scale of 1 to 10. Like 10 is the brightest, happiest emotion, and 1 is the saddest, the not feeling good emotion. So on a scale of 1 to 10, she scaled herself. So maybe today she got the number 3, and she doesn't need to have a reason, just a feeling, and then she write down the number, and then she did it maybe for 10 days or 20 days to see the trend. And usually you will see like a sine, like what we learn in school, a sine wave.
Mm-hmm.
And that will help. So a complete sine wave is the length of her emotional time.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And remember, that time can change.
Okay.
So yeah, so maybe it is 3 days, but maybe something happened, and then it really bothering her. Maybe it becomes 2 days or 7 days. So, but at least you know, maybe when after she has finished the exercise, at least she know approximately, let's say it's 7 days. It's 7 days. But just remember that it is fluid. It's changeable.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your question.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'm going to get back to Jean. Jean, you are a projector, and you have no inner authority. So what does it mean is that you also follow the strategy of the projector. And when you get an invitation, what you do after you get an invitation is that you find a friend that you trust, and then you start talking to your friend about that invitation. But remember, you want to find a friend that can act like a sounding board, not a friend that give a lot of feedback. Because what you're really doing in that conversation, in talking, is you are going to hear yourself. And in that process of hearing yourself, you will get clarity on whether you should take that invitation or not. And of course, work on your self-appreciation and self-recognition will help you to increase your chance to get invitations that you want in your life. Is that okay, Jean?
Okay, great. And then Sharon has her hand raised, so I'm going to promote her.
Okay. Yes, there will be a replay.
Okay, me? Sharon? Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, everyone. So I have a question that I'm also exactly the friend that the manifesting generator and with the solar plexus. So when you say this emotional wave that it changes, I didn't understand the part. When do you ask the question so you can get the sacral sound like and so you charge yourself in the morning, and of course something outside the event happens, it will take you out of the cycle. But when is the best time that you ask yourself that? And I haven't got a reading done, but I'm new to this, and I'm really interested in a level 4 reader. So that's where I am.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there's 2 questions. The exercise that I gave, I gave I just gave is not to hear your sacral, is to determine your emotional length. So when you write down your emotional number in the morning, it's not a response from your sacral, it's just a feeling from yourself. Okay? Do you get that part? Okay? And when is, yes, sure. Do you get that part?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, good. And then when is the best time for you to hear your sacral sound? So remember, your sacral sound, when you are using your sacral sound, remember two things. One, the first, remember your sacral sound only responds to what show up in your outer reality. So you are not asking yourself question. You have to respond to what happened, what show up in your outer reality. And is that okay? And then second, remember that your sacral sound will only respond to yes/no question. So there's really no best timing for you to ask your sacral, but you have to remember that you don't ask your sacral. You don't, because with you ask yourself, your mind will come in and then it will affect the sacral sound. What you want is you can find a friend to ask you question. And you can do it anytime if you're emotional. Because the answer that you get is an answer in a particular emotional point. And then you always have to do it again throughout your whole emotional length time to make sure the answer stays the same. Is that clear, Sharon?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, also the reading, is it different from individual to individual? For example, her friend, I'm sorry, I forgot the name just now, but the perfect friend, question from the friend that when she's an emotional manifesting generator, and I'm also one, but the reading would be different, hers would be different than mine, right? When I get the reading.
Because you have different charts, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in a reading, we will also look at all the gates, the 26 gates that you have on your chart and how the planetary are affecting the expression of the gate.
Thank you very much. Is there a Facebook group I can join, or in order to see the Facebook live again?
I think so, Kristen.
Yeah, we're gonna have it on the. We will post the replay on the Facebook page, Human Design for Everyone.
Okay, I can like the page, right? I'm brand new.
Of course. Oh yeah, okay. Of course. And then also, if you're on Karen's email list, which you are since you got the information, we're going to send the replay out tomorrow. So you also get the replay email. So.
Wonderful. This is very helpful, and thank you so much, Tracy, and everybody.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Tracy, let me just check on Facebook real quick. Okay, so Emma in the chat says, I'm also a projector with no inner authority. I would love advice about following strategy without using my mental authority / no inner authority.
So if you are a projector with with no authority, what you have to do is, I would suggest you to find friends that you can talk to who can act like a sounding board, and then you allow yourself to talk whatever is in your mind until you get a clear thing or a clear epiphany of your decisions.
Okay, great. So do you want to start taking people on the who sent their charts in?
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen.
All right, let me just pull that up.
Oh, Emma, yeah, we're told not to make decisions with our mind. This is true. But when you're talking to your friend and you are saying everything that is in your mind, you're not actually making decisions in that process. You're actually getting clarity through your talking. Does that make sense?
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll read it.
Okay.
It says, Martha sent this in and she's saying, aligning with who you are, and that's in quotes, is something I'm having and I've been working on and struggling with. My pattern has been to put others first, which brings me joy. I'm embracing being a projector versus living in my inauthentic / pattern life of a go, go, go generator. I welcome any insights that Tracy has that jump out in my chart, my conundrum as she sees it, and my greatest strength for income.
So, Mother, you are a projector with an open G, and I believe the open G is the reason why you have a hard time being yourself and why you spend time focusing on others. The G center is the center for love and direction, and when this is open, what happens is people with open G often question their lovability, and they always tend to do things in order to earn love. So for you as an open G, because I'm also an open G, what I do is I spend time meditating, getting back to myself, and also because you have the gate 50, which is on the spleen, and this is the gate of responsibility. So for you, having responsibility is a big theme for you, and you also will have a chance to bear more responsibility than you could have. And what you can do is ask yourself, is this my responsibility? To me, I think my experience also taught me that the best thing for you to do when you have gate 50 is to be responsible for your emotions and thoughts, and also allows others to be responsible for their emotion and thoughts, because you will teach them to learn and grow. And think about it, if you are always responsible for others, you are actually taking out their chances to grow and learn. So, two things. Ask yourself, is this my responsibility or it is theirs? And remember, you actually do other people a great offer when you give them back their responsibility, because you are giving them chances to grow and learn. And then the second thing is, don't try to find love from outside. Spend more time meditating and connect with your inner self. And when you have spent more time to connect with yourself, and when that quality of your connection with yourself increases, you will gradually find that you will have a less prone to getting love from outside. So this is my advice for you, Martha. You're welcome, Martha. So let's go to another chart. So even. So do you want
actually, I'm sorry, this is Emma.
Okay.
I put, yeah, let me change that.
Okay.
Emma says, I find it quite difficult to understand the concept of mental authority when human design tells us not to make any decisions with our mind.
So Emma, you are a projector. So what your strategy is that you will get invitation, and with no authority, and being a mental authority doesn't mean that you are making decision with your mind. It means that how you decide whether you take invitation or not is, after you have received an invitation, go find a friend and talk about the invitation. Tell her your worries. Tell her what you think. Tell her anything that in your mind. And in that process, you are actually releasing that pressure in your mind. And then through that conversation, when you hear yourself back, you will get the epiphany or the thing, or whether you should take your decision or not. So yeah, so that's it. I hope you have more clarity on it. This is not actually really making decisions with your mind. It's actually talking your decision and flow out all your worries and your thoughts to the world, and then to get clarity. Because so it's just like you are in a messy room, and then after you flow out all the trashes, you get a very tidy room, and then you can get clarity on whether you should go for the invitations or not. Okay, next.
Beautiful, beautiful. Like that metaphor. Okay, so Nicole says, can you offer any insight based on the chart and your intuition? What is the most effective way through which channels for me or us to recognize intuition and body messages? And how to most quickly flow energy to ground and come back to center out of fight or flight mode when triggered? Or, in other words, the most direct path back to our inner home and authenticity, and remembering and embodying our joy and inner clarity. I hope you can make sense out of this question and catch the theme.
Okay, Nicole. Okay, so Nicole is a generator. So Nicole has an open head, so she's under pressure. She's always under pressure to figuring out question, and she has an open solar plexus, so she feels people's emotion, and maybe she is often overwhelmed with other people's emotion. And she have a defined spleen, and she has the gate 48, the gate 44, the gate 32, and the gate 18. So Nicole has fear that she is inadequate. She is fear that she will fail when she do something. She fears that something in the past will happen again, and then she fears that nothing is going to be perfect. So you can see that Nicole has the potential to be under a lot of fear, under a lot of overwhelming emotional energy, and under a lot of pressure to figure out why. And if you are under so much pressure and you're feeling so much, it is really difficult for a person to get clarity, to embody the joy. So what I would suggest you to do, Nicole, is to do active meditation. You can go online and Google active meditation and do it often, because active meditation will help you to remove those anxiety in your body. And also you can try massage. It will also help you to move that anxiety inside your body. So hope that helps, Nicole.
I like that, getting a massage.
Me too.
Okay. Mary Rose says, how to improve communication in my relationship so I feel seen and heard.
Okay, so Mary Rose, you are a generator with an open float. So you have an open float, and oftentimes open float don't feel heard and seen because your openness don't have energy. And believe it or not, the best thing for you to improve your communication in relationship is be silent. Because when you have an open flow, it's actually in silence that you attract attention. And then when you get the attention, you can speak. And then you will feel heard and seen. Try it. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it works. So try it.
I'm just going to step away real quick so I can check on our Facebook people.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share my screen again. Uh-oh. Okay, so Kristen says, I would like to know how my chart can help me understand my journey to health. I have 3 autoimmune diseases that I have been struggling with for 10 years, thyroid, celiac, and Addison's. And let me just get her chart real quick. Okay, can you see that?
Mm-hmm. So, Christian, you have autoimmune disease, and I see that you are a generator with a defined head. For my understanding, autoimmune disease is a disease that you are attacking yourself. And think about it. Why would you attack yourself if you love yourself? You have an open G in your chart, and again, this is the center for love and direction. When it is open, it is difficult to feel love, and sometimes when you don't feel love, you will do a lot of things to get the love, and in the worst cases, you will turn inside and turn into hate, and you hate yourself. So I'm wondering if this would be a reason why you are attacking yourself, and if that is the case, I would strongly suggest you to really work on the piece on self-love. And then again, for your thyroid means that you have trouble with your metabolism and properly with speaking. I'm wondering if you are always trying to get attention because you have the open G, and then you use your words to get attention to a degree that burn your thyroid out. So explore the theme of self-love in your life, and also self-value, because you also have an open will center. So explore these two areas in life and see if you can find some insight. I hope that helps you, Kristen.
Okay, thanks. And we got a question saying, can you please talk more about the fear gates?
Yes, the fear gate. So in this meme, we have the gate 48. This is the fear of inadequacy. And we have the gate 57, and this is the gate of fear of the future. We have the gate 44, and 44 is the fear of the past. We have the gate 50, and gate 50 is the fear of failing responsibility. We have the gate 32, which is the fear of failure. The gate 28, fear that life has no meaning. And the gate 18, which is fear of authority, or the fear that loving is going to be perfect. So hope that answered your questions.
Yeah, awesome. Does Tracy think our conscious sun gate is the overriding theme of our life?
I think it depends on your stage of life, because different different ages have different themes. And to me, the conscious sun is how you express ultimately your life purpose to the world. And what I usually find is, if you are not living your strategy and you are not living your highest potential, the chances to express your life purpose through your conscious sun is slim. So in that case, your current riding theme may not be your conscious sun, but maybe some other challenges in other planetary gates. That's how I look at it.
Awesome. And we have about 5 minutes left. So do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget. Almost. Okay, so I created some workshops for you guys, because when I read people charts, what I usually get is that they are very confused about the strategy, and for some reason strategy often trigger a lot of fear and a lot of worry in my clients, and I really want to help people who are having difficulties following the strategy. And so I designed these workshops for people. And if you're interested, and when you join, you will be joining people with the same type, so you can connect and share your experience and your pain with people who understand you and who are going through what you're going through when you are following your strategy. And in the workshop, you will be given some practical tools on how to cope with the debt loss, and you will further deepen your understanding on your strategy, how to follow it, and why it is important for you to follow it. It will be a very small group, maximum 8 people per types, and you will receive a special gift at the end of the workshop. So if you are interested, this is the time. For the manifester, we will meet Monday, November 5th, 7:30 Central Time. The generator and the manifesting generator will meet Tuesday, November 6th, 7:30 Central Time. The projector will meet on Wednesday, November 7th, 7:30 Central Time, and reflector will be meeting Thursday, November 8th, 7:30 Central Time. And the cost will be $57, but if you sign up before October 27, it will be only $37. So this is the link, and you can sign up. And also, if you are interested in having a reading, you can email me at souljourneyhealingspace@gmail.com. That's it.
And Tracy, can you, whenever we originally sent this out, we had the dates backwards because in the States, we write the dates differently.
I just realized that here we write it differently.
Right. So the email, it looks like the dates are old and that it's past, but it's not. It's all happening in November. And we will send the correct, we'll let everyone know in the replay email that we send out tomorrow that the dates are for 2018 in November.
Yes. So just one more thing. If you want to dig deep, I really recommend you to join the workshop, because I can see the pain that people or difficulty people going through when they follow the strategy, and I hope you will get more help from that workshops, and that's my intention if you are interested.
Okay, great. Thank y'all so much. And go ahead, if y'all have questions, y'all can post them on the Facebook page, Human Design for Everyone. That's FOR. It's not a number. And I'll also include Tracy's email in the link that we send out with the replay. So y'all can ask her any questions about the upcoming class. But thank y'all for joining.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you, Tracy. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.